Hello everyone and welcome back to Animation Pilgrimage, where we watch every single theatrically released animated film in chronological order. I'm Sean.
And I'm Tennille.
And oh boy, do we have something. I gotta say, this is the first of a very specific kind of movie.
Yeah, and we've got a lot in the future.
I am so excited, I think. And what I mean is a direct, what I can only assume, I mean, you did all the research, but I can only assume this was a direct manga adaptation, and it was done way too quickly on a budget of $2.
We're talking today about Cyborg 009.
009.
Yeah, 009.
I was so curious about this after we watched it that I had to go look up a little bit. Just like a little bit, and I see that Cyborg 009 is a manga first, of course. And it gets turned into an anime multiple times in different movies and TV shows. Heck, even Netflix got one. It does
crossovers.
Yeah, it does crossovers with other popular franchises, like Devilman, who was popular at whatever time. Actually, I don't know, whatever. It just keeps going. And I'm assuming this is the first one. This is the first
movie.
This is the first movie adaptation of Cyborg 009.
Do you want me to give you some history context first before we go into the plot?
Yeah, how about we switch it up a little bit?
Okay.
Give me a little bit of history.
So, you're correct. This was a film that was made to coincide with the release of the second arc of the manga.
Oh, and is this just like covering the first arc?
The first and second arc.
Oh, it's the first and second arc?
Yes. Because the first arc is them escaping Black Ghost. Is that the bad guy's name?
Yeah, sure.
Black Ghost. And then the second arc is them defeating Black Ghost.
Okay. So this came out, like, as the second arc finished?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So yeah, this movie covers 2 entire story arcs from the manga.
And I mean, and it's pretty clear to see where one ends and the other one begins.
And how incredibly rushed it is.
Oh yeah, because it's just like the plot points in this movie are just like boom, 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 boom.
Like, the movie starts and we're like, okay, I feel like we've scaled up in proportions of what kind of story this is 20 times. And it's been 5 minutes.
Yeah, like every minute you're like, well, that escalated quickly. Well, that escalated quickly. Well, that escalated quickly.
And it just keeps going.
Eventually
it hits a point where it's like, I don't think it can really go much higher than this. And it just kind of stays at like highest tension throughout the entire film.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, there's too much. I can't let it can't escalate anymore for me.
Yeah, I'd say that it kind of hits that point at the end of where the first arc is, and like it just kind of stays in that high tension for the rest of the film, which is not great pacing because it makes you feel like really tired of the film by the time you get to the end. But it does have like that nice scene between the guy and the girl, Cyborg, where they kind of like...
Was her name Francois?
Yeah.
She's also Cyborg. Yeah, she's the French one. She's Cyborg 003? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, maybe we should go over a little bit of the plot because people are like, what are you guys talking about?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, in the future, all the countries are no longer at war and stuff, and to show that they're all good buddy pals, they're having a race. Like a speed racer. Everyone from a different country sends a racer type of race.
Like the plot of Cars 2.
Yeah. Wow. And so our very speed racer looking guy from Japan is just driving along when suddenly someone throws a knife in the wheel of his car. He crashes, burns, and dies. An ambulance comes and picks him up. They drive out of the stadium, and everyone's like, wait, that's not a real ambulance. So they chase it down, and this ambulance kills everyone that's following them through use of like various, like very 60s style vehicle traps, like throwing tacks out and guns in the backs. And
oh, yeah.
And then it jumps off a cliff and floats away like a boat. And it was just like, holy crap.
This went from Speed Racer to James Bond in like 0.80 flat.
Uh-huh. And they go to a secret island nation where the bad guy lives. This dead Japanese man, I don't remember what his real name is, but he...
Joe.
Joe?
I feel like his name is just Joe.
Like Shimamura or something?
Yeah. Keep going.
Okay, either way,
I'm gonna look up all the names of the cyborgs.
While there's a super scientist man who turns him into a cyborg, which somehow brings him back to life. And he is cyborg number 009, so he's the best one of the 9 that he's done so far, but I would beg to differ, but okay.
Alright.
It's like, alright, I mean, cool. So he's like now nearly indestructible and like can fly and swim with jet propulsion and like
yeah,
all kinds of stuff.
you were totally correct.
Joe Shimamura. How did I do that?
Good job.
Wow. Ivan. Okay, that's the other cyborgs. What is the name of the doctor? I need to know what his.
Oh, his name is Dr. Isaac Gilmore.
Okay. Dr. Isaac Gilmore.
Yes.
He looks like dude has a giant nose.
Yes.
And
a huge schnoz.
So
like just a beak.
Anyways, so our
it's gigantic.
Speed Racer has now been turned into Astro Boy.
Yes.
Because Dr.
Gilmore. Dr. Beak Nose.
Dr. Good Guy.
Dr. White.
Yeah. It's like obviously they're playing off of like Astro Boy, but like also Mega Man pulls from like the same iterations and stuff. Like this is just a common trope in Japan, is like this nice looking kid boy or whatever gets turned into a robot by this nice robot making dude.
Yeah.
Whatever. Either way,
it's a thing.
The evil guys are like, you're our greatest robot yet, and you will help us destroy the world or something and send the world into chaos. And then the other 8 cyborgs show up and they're like, we're staging a coup and running away because we don't like you guys. Also, we're taking the Doctor and 009 with us. And so they leave. They get on a plane and fly away.
The doctor's a good doctor, so yeah, they like perform a coup to like get away from this evil organization.
Mm-hmm. And it turns out, yeah, the doctor was in on this whole situation as well, even though they like pretended to kidnap him and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta remember, we're like 10 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
Like, it just keeps going.
Yeah, if it feels like we're rushing through the plot, it's because...
No, there's a lot.
The movie's actually gone by where we've talked about by now, like...
It's like, what are you doing? We're already like 7 steps ahead.
Yeah.
And then we get on the plane and we're introduced to all the different robots, or the cyborgs. They're half human, sorry.
Yeah, and the cyborgs all come from different parts of the world, which...
I appreciate what you're doing, but also it's kind of very, I'm not gonna say racially sensitive, because that's not quite what it is. So we got the...
Okay, so first off, we have... I like how this Wikipedia article I'm looking at lists the country's flag.
Oh, that's very nice.
After their names. So the first cyborg, Cyborg 001, is Ivan Whiskey, who is...
Chinese.
No. He's the Russian one.
Okay, he's the Russian one. Okay, which one was this guy? There's no pictures here.
I know.
It's like, was this the guy with gun fingers?
He has telepathy, telekinesis,
Oh,
and
no.
extrasensory perception.
No, this is the baby.
Oh, yeah, because he's a baby.
For some reason, dude decided to turn a baby into a cyborg. And now he's the smartest one. And
Yeah.
he's like their planner and stuff. It's 002.
Is Jet Link from America.
Oh. Is this who I think it is? Or let's see. Oh, no, this is... Okay, alright. Like, we're having to, like, re-familiarize
Yeah,
ourselves
yeah.
because, like, names go by way too quick in this movie.
And
Jet
there's like
Link...
10 main characters.
There's 10 main characters.
Yeah.
And they're all introduced to you, like, back to back. So, 002, Jet Link, flies, and he's got, like, this big nose and swoopy hair.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
And he's like, I'm the aerial guy. I'm the good at the aerials.
I'm the good at the air. And then
Francois Arnoul
is the girl.
the girl.
That's pretty much her only characteristic is she's the girl.
Well, she has enhanced sight and hearing, and she can hear and see things that aren't right in front of
So lame.
them. Yeah, she is the
So lame.
she is the not fight robot. She like sits there and like informs, like she does surveillance for the
Yeah.
others essentially.
Lame.
Also, I got to note that everyone in this movie wears purple except for 003 and 009.
Who wear like red.
Well, she wears
Pink.
pink,
Pink.
because she's a girl, and
She's a girl.
009, who's the main character, wears white.
Yeah.
Because he's Speed Racer.
Okay, and then Albert
Albert Heinrich is 004,
from Germany.
and this is the gunman. He's got gun fingers and guns, like rockets that shoot out of his elbows and knees and stuff. And then
And then we have
Geronimo
Jr.,
Cyborg 005.
who's Native American.
Very Native American.
Also called G Jr. for short. Yep.
He's just like really strong, isn't he?
I think so.
I think that's all he is. He's just like aggressively strong.
Yeah.
Cool power there. Oh, jeez. And then we have Chang Changku, who is Cyborg 6 from China.
Uh-huh.
He's very stereotypically Chinese looking with like the little wispy mustache and stuff, and he breathes fire.
Yep.
I mean, that's a cool power, but like,
Why can't they all breathe? Like, why wouldn't breathing fire just be something you'd put in all your cyborgs?
why wouldn't surveillance technology be put into all your robots? Why wouldn't
Right.
you put all these powers in everyone? Well, he does with 009. 009 has like most of these powers himself.
So that he can be OP.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Sir Great Britain. I can't believe that is his name.
I wonder where he's from.
It's Cyborg 007 from Great Britain. And his power, he's a child, by the way.
Yeah.
His power is to
Transform?
transform because his cellular structure can just be manipulated at will, which sounds ludicrously overpowered. So he has to be relegated to the comic relief character.
Right? Yeah. Because
Like-
otherwise, if he was a serious character, he'd
Like, he could win
yeah, like, he could just take over the world.
very easily. It's like, okay, he can do literally anything he wants.
Okay.
And then we have Punma. Wow, he doesn't even get a last name.
No, this is the African.
Yeah, Cyborg 008. He's literally from Africa. What country? Revealed to be...
Undisclosed part of Africa, originally revealed to be Kenya in 1992.
Wow, so like he's just African in this movie. He doesn't even get a country.
No.
It's not until the series
90s.
the 90s that he gets given a country. I'm so sorry. And this guy is very racistly African. Caricatured, like the
Yeah.
huge lips and stuff. And it's like he's
he
also
came on screen and we were both like, oh
and like
no.
I saw the whole lineup was there. I was like, wait, was there like there was a black guy, like a racist stereotype black guy on there, and Tina's like, what? And I'm like, just wait. And then he comes back on screen like 3 scenes later because he's like the least shown character.
He's like always in the background, and I'm just like, oh.
And like he shows up and she's like, oh no, yeah, that's bad.
Oh, and guess what?
His power is Aquaman, except worse. He swims.
Yeah,
That's
he
it.
just swims.
He just swims.
He just swims. And they even have mission, like, parts in this movie where it's like, okay, so you need someone to, like, do a swimming thing. And then they don't use him. And I'm just like...
I mean, they do the first time, but then they go later on a boat. Like, halfway through the movie, they split up, and, like, half of them go off on this adventure, and the others are left at home.
And I'm like, you don't want to bring Aquaman along?
You don't want to bring Aquaman on your boat? Okay.
Alright.
Your super-powered boat. So, jeez. Okay, yeah, that's it. Those are the 9 robots, because, of course, we have 009, who just kind of, like, has most of everybody else's powers, except just as good or slightly worse.
Yeah.
And, okay, the reason we just went over all that is because that's how the movie goes. They're escaping, and then they're chased by a bunch of drones, like, robot-piloted planes. And so they just spend, like, 10 minutes going over everybody's powers.
Yeah, they, like, introduce each other, like, I'm 007, and I do the thing.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
And so we just do that, and then they land on this little island. Oh, also, the reason that 009 is so good and they wanted him is because he's a automobile racer, so his reaction time is really high, and somehow he can pilot any vehicle now.
Yeah.
So he can fly planes and boats and anything.
Yeah.
Either way, they land on this little island, and we get a few more powers shown off as they're attacked by robot dragons and sea serpents.
Don't forget the dolphins.
Oh, we cannot forget the evil dolphins.
The evil dolphins are the best part of this movie.
And I can't remember who it is, but they just throw a rock at the dolphin, killing it.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, yep, that thing's dead now. So, and because...
And the dinosaurs. You can't forget the dinosaurs either.
Oh, yeah, there's, like, dinosaurs and, like, literal, like, Brontosaurus or Apatosaurus-style dinosaurs that shoot rockets from their mouth. Because they're robots. Oh, and we can't forget the spy bugs.
Yep.
They're literal bugs that are spies for the bad guys.
The thing of this movie is, like, you can literally make anything happen. It just has to be a cyborg and also have guns.
Yeah. It's like, alright. It's like your suspension of disbelief needed to leave the door 3 minutes in when the boat turned in, or the ambulance turned into a boat after exploding things with its gun.
I don't know. I think you needed to leave your suspension of disbelief at the part where they throw the knife into his tire wheel that's going at, like,
200 miles an hour
200
or something.
miles an hour.
Okay, that's fair. That is fair. That is completely fair. Either way, they finally destroy everything and like, we escaped. Sure. And then they take a
closing shot of, like, the group looking happy. Next scene. Oh no, we're in trouble. They found us.
Yeah. It's true. I don't remember everything that happens here, but then they go to a different island, which is their actual secret hideout, after getting rid of all their tails and stuff. And then we have the emotional scene where we find out Francois,
Was a ballerina.
She was a ballerina from France.
Uh-huh.
Alright.
Alright, cool.
Cool. And then they find out that, oh no, the bad guys, whatever their group name is, I don't really care.
Black Ghost.
Black Ghost, are literally just people that instigate wars and will like sell their weapons to any side.
They're war profiteers.
War profiteers, and they want to see the world burn. So like 2 neighboring countries, they're selling the same stuff to fight each other, just to have people die. So the good guys in their super secret boat, they take 003, who can see stuff.
Who can see stuff.
Who can see and hear stuff. 009, of course, is going.
And the baby?
No, not the baby. The child who can transform into anything.
That's right. Okay, yeah.
And the Chinese man who can breathe fire for some reason. Like, for some reason they brought him, not...
Aquaman.
Aquaman is left behind.
Whatever.
Aquaman, the Flying Man, the Gun Man, and the super smart baby and the strong guy are just left behind and aren't really a part of this movie again.
Seems... okay.
Yeah.
Sure. All right.
Either
fine.
way,
Fine. It's okay. It's fine.
They go off to...
And then you'll never believe what happens next. But the girl gets kidnapped.
Yeah. Just like arms...
Hold your shock and surprise.
Arms on, like extendo arms come out of nowhere, grab her mouth, and pull her off screen in, like, the most stereotypical way that ever happens.
It always happens.
Always happens.
Just, that's how you capture a girl, guys. You just yoink.
Yeah, you just, like this.
Yoink.
Not that you can even see it. Grab the shoulder, grab the mouth. You captured her. She is rendered helpless.
Incapable of doing anything.
So, obviously they're a little distraught. She has been captured by
Black Ghost.
Black Ghost again. Also,
so now they have to go save her.
The leader of Black Ghost is this guy in silhouette with buck teeth.
Yeah, he's very unintimidating.
He looks like I want to say he's like some sort of green goblin man that's always in shadow.
He reminds me of...
Doesn't wear clothes, from what I can tell. He
reminds me of the... Okay, how much do you remember of Gargoyles?
0.
Okay, well there's one that looks exactly like him, but he's green, and he's nice, and he's friendly. Except now, like, he's painted himself black in this movie, and he's given himself buck teeth. Like, it's almost the same character design.
This guy, just looking at this movie as a whole and how it's not horribly racially sensitive, makes me think that this is just supposed to be like some Chinese guy again. Or honestly, it could be a stereotype of like a Japanese guy even that they particularly didn't like from recent history or actual time, because with like the buck teeth and stuff, it's like that's often a stereotypical
Asian characteristic
caricature. It's like, I may be completely incorrect, and I hope I am.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see anything that said anything. Like
it's like
that, so.
I don't know if there was like some sort of like government official who was all about like war and stuff.
Yeah, and it's important to note that this guy isn't even actually...
Oh, we're not there yet. We're not there yet.
Well, whatever, we need to speed things up.
Okay, they go back to...
They get to the island where Black Ghost is. They fight the guy.
Oh, in the meantime, 003 has been turned evil.
Oh, yeah, they just reprogrammed her.
They reprogrammed her, so now her skin is blue, she has fangs, pointed ears, and red eyes.
She's evil now.
She's a vampire!
Can't she, like, actually fight now, too? They, like, give her a gun.
Yeah, they give her a gun, and she, like, tries to blast the others, except 009 easily overpowers her, and, like, knocks her on the ground, and then she's fine. Oh, no, knocks her on the ground.
003! Don't give in!
I know what turns her back. It's really dumb. So yeah, they corner Black Ghost himself. And turns out he's just an underling.
Yeah.
He's like not even the bad guy. Instead, the real bad guy is a brain inside a super old tech computer thing.
Yeah, this is a supercomputer.
Yeah, a supercomputer. And he blasts his underling with a laser, because everybody has laser guns.
Anyway, you want to talk about how they turn 003 good again?
Yeah, they accidentally shoot the supercomputer, it dies, she turns back.
Yep.
And then the computer's like, oh, I'm not quite dead. I'm setting off my nuke.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh no, we need to escape from these laser-proof walls. And I'm like, go through the floor or the ceiling. Nope, we all have to shoot our lasers at the same spot and the fire breath from the other guy. Eventually, they get through. They get off the island. They're back to their boat, but then there's bad guys who are like, you're not going to leave. You're going to die with us. And wouldn't you know it, the other, 4 or 5 characters come back very briefly to save the day. Everybody gets on the boat turns into a plane, they fly away, and the island explodes.
Yep.
The end.
Question mark. The end?
Oh my god, this movie.
Okay, so while we've been riffing on the movie quite a bit at this point, I do want to say that I really did like the anti-war messages, and obviously this was a story that had a purpose.
Oh yeah.
It definitely has a message and
of
everything.
anti-war.
Yeah.
It's war is bad, so we're going to fight off the people that want to start wars. Also, the good guys don't kill anyone.
Yeah.
Ever.
And it's really important to remember that, this is probably one of the first of these kinds of stories. It seems very, very generic and cliched now, but at the time, this was probably really something new and really cool. And
I mean, obviously,
it had something to say. Which,
it was drawing great inspirations from Astro Boy for sure, but
right. But even still, this is taking it to a whole other level.
Because very clearly, the guy that made this probably grew up reading Astro Boy and watching Astro Boy, because this is 20 years 10, 20 years after Astro Boy? I don't know. So it's he's very obviously influenced, and I don't know when Speed Racer came around. We obviously haven't watched it for Animation Pilgrimage, but I know it's in this general vicinity as well.
It is somewhere here.
Somewhere here in Japanese animation history. They clearly had a lot of fun making this movie, but it was a budget of $2, because you know what? Pretty much every single character will slide into frame instead of walking. Slide into frame, slide out of frame. Oh, something explodes and we're finding a bunch of them. We're just going to use the same 2 explosions forever. When they're flying the planes, there's only 2 ways to kill a plane, and it happens over and over and over and over again. Repeated animation that is very limited to begin with is just kind of the mainstay of the story, or the animation style, because again, this movie had a budget of $2.
But I just want to say, okay, so Cyborg 009 was a manga created by Shotaro Ishinomori.
Shotaro Ishinomori.
Yeah. And the original run was from 1964 to 1981.
1981?
Yeah.
Holy crap, this went for a while.
This went for a long time. And it went for 36 volumes, all being shonen, except for the 5th arc, which is apparently a shoujo.
Okay.
But from what I can tell, it doesn't really seem like it's that much different, the arcs that are in Arc 5.
Okay.
Or the stories that are in Arc 5. It just happens to be in a shoujo magazine instead.
It's interesting.
I wonder if it's more so told from 003's perspective or something.
Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
But that is interesting to note.
Yeah.
Because, again, I may be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure shonen is mostly action-adventure stuff, aimed mostly towards boys, and shoujo is generally more so
is more so aimed at girls.
Aimed at girls and more of slice of life and less action-y usually. Not always, but I feel that's the general overarching
I think
feeling
the shoujo and shonen more so refer to target demographics. This was a target shonen is a target demographic of young boys, and shoujo is a target demographic of young girls.
Yeah.
I think.
Probably. We may be totally incorrect. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah. And then, of course, the manga and the film were so popular that it received a sequel film that we will be watching next year. If we can find it.
If we can find it.
And then it received an anime a year after that.
Okay.
And then, of course, you already talked about how it's gotten multiple other things, which, yeah, we'll be seeing a lot of Cyborg 009 in the future and seeing how it evolves. Which I'm interested to see how it evolves, because this is so 60s to me that I'm interested to see
what they
if
do
it
with
can make the update, you know?
Yeah, over and over again. I will say, just looking at like the cast pictures that I found real quickly on Google
The stereotypes get toned down a lot.
Oh yeah, everyone looks much better. Also, like almost every single time the baby turns into a toddler and the kid turns into just a small guy.
Oh really?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about this one, other than I laughed almost non-stop, but I don't think it was because I thought the movie was good.
Yeah.
It was enjoyably silly.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't say this is a so bad it's good kind of movie. It's it's really corny and like
fun entertainment for the most part.
Yeah, it's just kind of fun, even if it's not good. You know?
It's the here in 66 is the age of television quality movies.
Yeah.
We've hit 3 in a row. And I have a feeling the next one's not gonna be much better.
Oh yeah.
Because
speaking of which,
next week we will be watching A Man Called Flintstone.
Yep. By Hanna-Barbera. So
Yabba dabba doo.
Yabba dabba doo. So we'll see you guys for that one, and yeah, hope.
Bye.
Just more TV quality movies.
「話だ吠える